Okay, we are back again. Let's see if I can adjust that a little bit. Okay, so yesterday I was spent about 25 minutes. The long video is only about 19 because I cut out some stuff, but it's been about 25 minutes actually playing, but then I spent probably 3 hours editing shorts out of that and posting them on like TikTok and YouTube shorts and Instagram shorts and all the other things. But that took a really long time and I only practiced for like 25 minutes. So that was not a good use of my time. It wasn't a bad use of my time, but it wasn't a good use of my learn how to play guitar time. So I'm going to see if I can like do better. There's your inner monologue again. Do better. So we're going to go back to this crappy C. Okay, inner monologue. Hello, please be a little more why be curious. Okay. Okay. Pinky's along for the party. Could I be closer to the frets? Probably. But there we go. Okay, so the real test is, can I just keep going back to this? Well, okay, I failed that test because I lost the chord. I'm sure lots of people have felt like that before though, so nope. No, that's E major. There's A minor. There's something buzzy on there. I forgot that they have like the same shape. So A minor, move just a tiny bit to C major. Okay, so it's a little better. Okay, move a little bit. A minor, tiny bit to C major. Come on, you can do it. Forgot to mute the bottom string first. Somebody commented on yesterday where I put as a title, POV, you're a professional musician and you still don't know how to play the guitar. But he wrote back POV question mark, as in like, what do I mean with point of view? Like, that's my point of view. Like, I am a professional musician and no, I don't know how to play the guitar. So, but yes, I am a professional musician, but that does not mean that everybody that's a professional musician automatically knows how to play the guitar. Case in point right here. But what I do know how to do is learn, and I'm trying to put some of this like on the internet for people to observe. Okay, so this is feeling better today than it did yesterday and the day before. It's still not feeling like 100%, and my fingertips feel like they're completely shredded. But I actually drove by my neighbor Charlie, who lent me this yesterday, and he asked me how my fingertips were, and he called me a wimp because I said they still hurt. So it's true that I am, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you calling me a wimp, Charlie. That was not bad. That was good. G major. Okay. Now my other nemesis chord, as stated yesterday. Is the D. Okay, so I think I had like a little breakthrough with like having my pinky support and having this thumb, which I thought was harder because it looks harder wrapped around to like support my hand. I don't know if there's a name for that, but oh no, it's buzzy. I spoke too soon. There we go. Now, here's the real test. Can I go back and forth? No. Yay! Oh yeah, stay closer to the bridge, to the, what are they called? Frets. Stay closer to the frets and sit up tall. I'm like craning myself. No buzz. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Sorry, my kid's really into Toy Story. And let's be honest, so are we, because we've seen those movies so many times now. So, does that mean when I get to guitar night on Wednesday at my neighbor's house, does that mean that I'm gonna like be able to fly through these chords? I don't think so, because I'm still not. There's still like this gap in time between when I actually put the chord down and what my expectations are. So what I probably should do is like clock how long it takes me to get from one chord to the other, and that's like my, if we're talking about like working out, that's like my max tempo, right? That's like my max rep for now, from going from G to D. And nope, that would be a no rep. We're gonna call that a no rep. G is not the problem. It's okay. What am I doing? I keep doing this. Oh, okay. Okay. Another thing I meant to look at, but I haven't yet. Note to self: look at like how tilted forward or backwards am I supposed? Like when I watch like professional guitarists play, they're like here and they're not looking at anything, and they're like, "Woohoo! I'm on top of the world. I can like play all my chords without looking." I can't do that yet. So like, is there like a transition point when you're like I have to look at everything I'm doing, and then like eventually you can like go like this, and like does this just like train horrible posture into your guitar playing while you're like, I can't see what I'm doing, I have to look, and then like, I'm the master of the universe, I can play everything. I don't know, if you know, please tell me, but right now I'm the first voice. I'm that first um silly voice. I don't know what I'm doing, so I have to look at everything. Okay, why? Time this. Remember what I was saying earlier about this chord sounding way better and being easier? Apparently not. So when I was teaching percussion, I still teach percussion on occasion, but when I was doing it all the time, I used to have this like, you're teaching your student how to shift between notes, right? And this concept goes for a lot of instruments. Because for string instruments, violin, when you're shifting, up the what's this thing called, a neck, or like in we're playing percussion, like you shift from one end of the instrument to the other, or the same thing on a piano. You have to literally like move everything and go to another part. So I always tell my students, you don't want to shift like this in slow motion. You want to shift as fast as possible and then like reset. So I wonder if that concept applies to here. So because I'm slowly getting to this chord, do I want to quickly get back to the other chord? I don't know. And can I even do that right now? Because right now, no, I can't. Definitely can't. So it's not as bad as it was yesterday. I will optimistically say that. I feel like G without this like extra finger down, that this is like the easiest chord. And I think this is the first chord I ever learned when I was like 15, like we were talking about yesterday. But I never nailed D major. But just kind of like talking to you guys and sitting here, and also that like fret, almost touch the fret tip is really helpful. And not every chord struck has to be perfect. I mean, ideally, I'm like getting every single note to speak, but something I would tell my students too was to like, the only way to really learn how to do something was to like make errors on either side of whatever you're trying to calibrate as many different ways, so that you kind of really, not kind of, you really get a feel for what, like exactly how to do what you're trying to do. Okay, so like that is an error in a different direction. Like this finger, 1, 2, 3, then my third finger, third guitar finger, fourth piano finger is like way too flat. So there. Okay, so what I was talking about, like calibrating your action, your motion. So calibrating, like I keep getting my ring finger in the right fret but on the wrong string. So that is an example of calibrating. Oh, and that's another example of poor calibration because I had my pointer finger on the wrong one too. Okay, so to calibrate properly, you really do have to kind of err in both directions, like too low, too high, too fast, too slow, whatever. Too far to the right, too far to the left, all of the above. So this new like hand shape that I learned. Oh, I keep like thinking I'm making like way more progress than I am. This new hand shape with like this wrap around is actually way more, because I had been trying to do, and those bottom two strings are just like, even if I'm not touching, even if I'm not strumming them, they're resonating. So this is actually does make it easier. Things, case in point, sometimes when something looks like it's harder and you don't try it, it actually is the better way to do it. So I think this would be an example of that. So, oh, once again, I did that thing with the finger, with my my third finger. Okay, so like I was talking about yesterday, when is it time to go to something else? Like, do you keep hammering on the same brick wall, or do you try something different? So we're gonna try and go back to C and see if just my fingers moving. It's still not my favorite chord. What is happening? Oh, wrong string. Okay, so my max tempo for this is very slow. And A minor. And oh, I'm like really pushing down on this E string. I just need to be like touching it. Okay, there's still like a ton of buzzing. It's better than it was, but it's still a lot of buzzing. So I think what they were saying about tall fingers. I don't know if my fingers want to be tall, but I need to figure out how to make them be tall. I think right now A minor is my favorite chord of the day, and C major is still my least favorite chord of the year. It's like, I don't know if this is like a thing, but I feel like when I move from A minor while I'm muting the string, the bottom string, I feel like I can't make this move without like opening up my hand and reclosing my hand and remuting. So I don't know if that's like a thing, if that's like faulty technique, or if it's just like my hands like not really being super stretched out. But I am noticing like that I cannot at this point in time open up my hand and change the chord without like completely opening up my hand. I don't know if that's like, I don't know what that means. And I think it's time to call it a day for today. So thanks for joining. We'll see you for more next time.